It's important to know just how silly you are at the start of this training program so we can retest you at the end and work out how well it has worked. If you're not very silly by the end of the book, then you may have to read the book again, and we don't want that. After all, there are literally more than 25 books in the world, and if you read them all twice, that will take you over 100 years. Answer these simple multiple-choice questions as best you can, then check your score to find out just how silly you are. 1. Where do you live? In a house with carpets? In a house with no carpets or curtains? Or up a lamppost? 2. What colour is your hair? Brown, bald, or green with purple spots? 3. Where would you look to find the silliest person you know? Swaffham Town Centre, 10 Downing Street, or a mirror? 4. What do you call someone who is hopping down the street on one leg, playing the trombone and kissing every dog they come across? Trouble? An interesting person? Or mum? 5. What position do you sleep in at night? On your side? On your back with your thumb in your mouth? Or upside down? Who's your favourite celebrity? Fiona Bruce, Michael McIntyre, or Harry Hill? How often do you shout the word knickers in the supermarket? Never? Only if I'm looking for underwear? Or every time you go into the supermarket, especially if it's really busy? 8. How silly do your friends think you are? What friends? Quite silly. Or knickers? 9. When you walk down the street, do people ignore you, point at you and laugh, or call the police? 10. What goes up a chimney closed, but not down a chimney open? Can you repeat the question, please? That's easy, an umbrella, or me on my day off. Silly self-assessment scores. The correct answer for each question was the last box in each list. Score 0 to 5. Not very silly at all. You've got a lot of work to do. If you don't pull your socks up, and your pants for that matter, you're destined to go through life being very serious. I'll be honest, I'm seriously worried about you. And you know me, I don't like being serious. You need to start on these tasks straight away. Score 5 to 10. Quite silly. Don't be disappointed by this score. It's the most common result in someone of your age group. You do some silly things occasionally, but a lot of the time you're quite serious. So there is a lot of room for improvement. The good news is, you're really going to get a lot out of this book. Think of yourself as a serious caterpillar. By the end of this book, you're going to be a very silly butterfly. If you scored 0 to 5 in this test, why are you reading this bit? I told you to start right away. Score 10 to 15. That's what I scored. I wonder what it means. Day 2. Give yourself a silly name. Before you start on the challenges contained in this book, you will need a new silly name. There are various ways to select a silly name, but I use the standard make of family car, favourite animal, item of clothing method. So my silly name is Ford Parrot Sock, and I'll thank you to refer to me as such from now on. If you don't have a car, you can use the word pistachio. If your name is already Pistachio, then I'm sorry, I can't help you. This book is not for you. You might like to come up with a different way to come up with a silly name, such as choosing random words from a book or the first thing you see when you open your eyes. I tried this, but didn't like the name Mum Sitting on the Toilet. Day 3. Make a silly scrapbook. It's really important that you document your year of silliness. It's also quite a silly thing to do, although it doesn't count as one of the 365 silly things. It's an extra. So, when you're 105 years old, like my mum, hi Mum, sorry I haven't been to visit for, 5 years, but I've been writing a book about being silly. Also, Mum, I didn't get the cheque this month. Could you send another one, please? Usual amount, thanks. Your favourite son, Harry. Kiss, kiss, kiss. You can look back at your scrapbook of madness and nod your head wisely and say things like, I've no memory of that whatsoever, and I wonder if I could get something for this old scrapbook on eBay.